What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JrTheOota. Today we finna be reacting to Killer Mom realizes cameras call everything. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch. We go live every single day. Let's get started.
He had bruises.
Let's see what's going on, chat.
He's been under arrest right now.
I get in trouble. I have nothing. I have no support. I have nobody.
What are you protecting? What happened?
I was gonna be next.
After years in foster care,
Whoa.
a 3-year-old boy is reunited with his mother, only to suffer a horrific accident just 3 months later. But the truth is written on his small body, and it paints
Nigga don't
a
go
far
live every day. He chatting, bro. Jetto, word to my life. I go live every day. Look at the notification on your fucking phone.
darker picture than anyone has been led to believe.
Robert told her to stick to the story or you'll never see it again.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
The following is based on official police records, and most of the
She killed her baby after picking him up from foster.
footage has never been seen before until now.
Whoa.
At 3:20 p.m., June 14th, 2023, dispatchers in Cleveland, Ohio receive an urgent call to 911.
Cleveland EMS with the address to the emergency. Yes, we need some paramedic here on 79.
Yo, Loaf, what's the word, man?
Stop breathing. I guess he fell at a park, a water park. She's back.
Officers with the Cleveland Division of Police arrive on scene.
You already know they ass capping. I ain't gonna lie off rip. Black people be lying. I'ma just be honest. Black people be lying. You feel me? That bitch is capping. Bitch just called 911, wanted to make it seem like she wanted to call him. You feel me? Banged it right away. I'm not
The
gonna lie.
paramedics have already begun life-saving efforts on 3-year-old Curtis Witcher, who is still unresponsive.
Did you see what happened in there?
No, he was not here. She came up and randomly down the store and asked all of us for our phones. We all called 911. I was on the ground with I don't mean to call him this, but the Caucasian man. He was giving them air and I was trying to search for his pulse. He did not have a pulse since he got here.
I mean, what happened to the baby though? Like,
We don't know. She said he fell. Yeah, she understands.
Nobody knows what happened to the baby. Black people be lying, my nigga. Everybody knows this. This is not something we don't know. You feel me? You feel me? Yo, Dark Rose, what was you watching on YouTube though?
She had 2 kids with her. Adult was
They said, are they going to take him to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going right now.
Okay, but do you know if he has a pulse yet, at least?
Like, this bitch is trying to act like she don't know if he got a pulse, like she ain't intentionally go out her house to...
I'm gonna talk to her. She said me about you, man.
And she's pregnant too.
Yeah.
You guys are going to Rainbow Babies? Okay, we'll see you at the hospital.
With the mother in distress, the officer instead heads inside to speak with a store employee in the hopes of getting more information.
She said she was at a water park somewhere and her baby fell. She came in here and asked me if
Hispanics lie too.
Nobody would call 911 for her. I don't know where it happened, but when she got here, the baby was like...
Yeah,
He also learns the mother had a second child with her, and they both arrived
Yeah,
in a
Jetto.
double stroller.
Jetto, that's probably it then, gang. That's probably it, because word to bro, I go live every day.
Let me know where I'm going, and then I'll go back.
You know, was perfectly fine was back here.
Yeah. Okay.
So when me and the white guy came outside, he just straight unstrapped him and took him out and laid him on the ground and gave him CPR until you guys got here.
He was just left.
Backup arrives and quickly gets caught up
A
to speed.
3-year-old is
Okay,
crazy.
so mom's right here in this white van. Ron's in the back of there. They've got a 3-year-old. They're working on. I don't think she's not conscious, not breathing. They're doing CPR right now.
Nah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Don't even have kids, gang. Don't even have kids if this what you finna do to your kid, man. Real shit.
Not the mother's hysterical right now, so I didn't even try to talk to her. She's in the white van.
Bitch
in the
killed
back.
her
Yeah,
3-year-old.
Make sure we get her information.
Yeah.
Please.
The mother is identified as 30-year-old Tamika Eggleton, and she's transported along with both children, 3-year-old Curtis and 1-year-old John, to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital.
It said
Meanwhile,
last
officers
live.
attempt to figure out where Curtis may have suffered the fall, but hit a dead end.
She said this happened at a water park. Is there like an outdoor kids
That's
pool
what
or
I'm
something
saying.
around
Not that I
here?
know of, what kind of sprinkle machine would be over here.
Bitches be opening their legs for grabber and papers and quick to sell their baby for a fucking eighth. Like, bitch, you went through 9 months of having a baby. You selling him for an eighth?
She came in here with the kid already injured.
With no water parks nearby, officers radio their colleagues at the hospital, hoping they can ask the mom for a specific location.
Very hard to get any information from her right now. She's crying. She said the kid fell on his head at the water park. She put him in the stroller just for a little bit so he, calm down and recover. And then moments later, this happened. The little kid.
Rolling papers in a clip.
Tragically, just 40 minutes after the initial call to 911, 3-year-old Curtis Witcher was pronounced deceased.
Rest in peace, a
His
little
autopsy.
bro. Rest in peace, a little bro. Like, bro had his whole life at him.
The next morning would shatter any notion of an accidental death.
Word.
And following several shocking discoveries, his death was ruled a homicide. Tamika's 1-year-old is removed from her care, and an investigation begins. Detectives soon learn that 3-year-old Curtis had only recently been returned to Tamika's custody in January, after spending most of his life in foster care. Protective supervision ended only 3 months ago.
Why was he taken away from you?
I was hospitalized with him when I was pregnant.
Yo, Jetto, I'm dead ass. Like, I don't got nothing right now, mud. Trying to be on some, you feel me? Trying to be on some positive, good things, you feel me? We staying sober. 2026, we staying sober.
For a couple months, I lost my home because I couldn't pay my rent because I was hospitalized for all them months. Basically, I grew up
No
in foster
smoking,
care.
2026,
I had
Chap.
no support, so they thought I couldn't take care of him because I didn't have support.
But this isn't the whole truth. And as the investigators are about to learn, getting any semblance of honesty from Tamika will be easier said than done.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
Already she's told
she
an
gonna lie
egregious
her
lie
fucking
about
life
where
away.
Curtis suffered his injury, one that's easy enough to disprove.
Telling y'all, bro.
While at the hospital, Tamika told an officer the name of the splash park was at the Lonnie Burton Recreation Center, a 2-mile walk from the Family Dollar.
Can you hear me, Sergeant?
Yes.
All right. Did you review the video and download the video from?
This bitch is fake crying. Imagine fake crying after killing your 3-year-old. Like, yo. Bitch so quick to open her legs but can't raise her kid, gang?
Splash Park and the surrounding project buildings?
Yes.
Okay.
Fucking
and
hood
did I
rat.
send you a photograph
Fucking
of
hood
the female I
rat.
was looking for?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Did you see that female at any moment at the park on Wednesday the 14th?
Nope.
No, she was never there.
Okay. And then you spoke to a worker there?
Yeah, we have a resident worker who mans the splash park when it's open, and she never saw that female or those children there either.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Sarge. I just wanted her to hear.
Bitch said we was there. Come on. Y'all was invisible? They was invisible, chat. Oh my god, they was invisible? They was invisible. Wow. Wow.
But even the paramedics who initially found Curtis in his tragic state noticed something was off with Tamika's story.
W fucking Jetto. W Jetto. Appreciate you.
In general, and doesn't make any sense.
I didn't appear to be, but he was wearing a bathing suit.
Aside from Curtis being completely dry, paramedics documented something else that was even more alarming.
The report EMS is stating that Curtis was cold and clammy to the touch. When EMS arrived on scene.
As the detective steps out to take a phone call,
Oh, what does that mean, chat? What does that mean? What does that mean? Cold and climbing to the touch. Gotta get your Twitch check fat. Bill was seeing ghosts. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't get paid off Twitch unless people sub or from ads, gang. You feel me? So I don't really get paid at all for real. Like, I really got barely any subs. You feel me?
his colleague gently presses Tamika to start telling the truth.
He had been deceased for some time. Enough for his body temperature to give them that feeling of being cold and clammy.
Does that make sense?
No, ma'am.
If he was unresponsive earlier than you thought, and you just don't want to say.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, bro, he been dead. He been dead, bro. L liar, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Black people just lie, bro. This bitch is just lying and lying and fucking lying. Stupid bitch with these dumbass mid Jordans. Like, you can't trust somebody that wears mid Jordans, gang. If you wear mid Jordans, you cannot be trusted, my nigga. Mid Jordans in 2026 or 20 whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. If you ever wear mid Jordans in your fucking life, you cannot be trusted, my nigga.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know.
He's with you, so
Yes, when he was in the stroller, thought he was asleep. Both of my kids were asleep. They do this every time I put them in the stroller. We take a long walk. They will fall asleep.
Shut up, why you getting tight?
Sleep. I'm not thinking my baby's dead or none of that. I'm not thinking like that.
When he returns, the detective shares a disturbing detail from Curtis's autopsy, one that sets Tamika on a defensive path.
She actually had marks across here. They were like almost like whip marks. Okay.
Whoa.
And they were what they call pattern. So it was consistent all through his midsection. Okay. Bad enough where even the tip of his penis was damaged.
Unsettling as it is, the worst details are still to come.
I don't whoop, sir.
I don't
Right
whoop,
hand.
sir. Right hand, I don't whoop my... Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Bro, stop, bro. Stop it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't whoop my kids.
Then who does?
Drafter, what's good?
Robert chastised them. Well, not them, but Robert chastised them. I don't whoop my kids.
Robert is the father of 3-year-old Curtis, as well as the 1-year-old.
That's like saying 3 Boot only his...
Describe that.
They never get their target.
Like,
Jero,
he'll-
stop it,
like he'll
nigga.
pop them, you know, like he'll punch them, or not like, no, not
You
with
know
a
what it
force,
is.
where he'll hit him in his thighs, you know, if he pee on himself, you know, he'll chastise.
Investigators later sat down with Robert in an effort to confirm her claims, but by his account, Tamika is solely responsible for discipline, as he doesn't live with her and is rarely around the children.
Wow.
You know what her form of discipline is?
In my eyes, put him in the corner. Don't give him no snacks. That's what she presents to me.
I don't whoop my kids. I do, you stand in the corner. That is my punishment, because I know how it feels to get beat. Punishment is
Jason
standing
says in the
corner. I've never whooped my kids. I don't pop my kids. I don't whoop my kids. I don't do none of that.
She would want me to pop him and pee on himself.
She wants you?
She want, like you say, you gonna want him, but you don't.
Tamika claims that 3-year-old Curtis often wet himself and peed in his bed during the night, something that made Robert particularly angry.
Did Robert put his hands on you?
Yes.
How physical was that good?
Bitch killed her son.
Bad.
Now she the Vic she
One
shot.
time, he gave me a black eye.
She lying, bro.
I had to cover it up
Oh my
because
God.
I didn't want them to take John John. I'm stupid, and I stayed, but he's all I had.
During one supervised visit in February, just 4 months earlier, Tamika reported to a caseworker that Robert had been abusing her for months and struck Curtis after he...
Jero, next video is nurses fight for their lives after patient starts stabbing.
urinated on himself. Robert, however, denied any abuse at the time and said that he would stay away from Tamika.
He's all I had. He's all I have, and if I get him in trouble, I have nothing. I have no support. I have
Fuck this
nobody.
bitch.
Literally, I have
No
nobody.
tears coming out her fucking face.
What happened? Are you willing to go to prison for the rest of your life for Roberts?
No.
There's no protecting anyone at this point. We need to know.
That's what I'm like, no.
The more you continue down this path of trying to cover something, you're gonna separate yourself from the
She
child that
cared
you have now.
more
And you're
about
gonna
the man than
separate
her
yourself
son.
from the child that you're carrying.
Finally, Tamika begins to open up to the detectives, sharing what happened on the morning of Curtis's death.
Robert gets up before me.
Look, she has no tears coming out her face no more. All that tear shit is gone. Drafter was good. All that tear shit is gone, bro. Yo, that shit disappeared so quick. With the quickness, my nigga.
And I'm like, it's still dark outside. Like, what is he crying for? You know, he's like, oh, I just whooped him because he just peed through the bed. And if y'all go to my house, y'all will see. In his drawers, the same drawers that he had on when he went to sleep, is sitting in my bathroom on the floor. Pissy. His whole bed is still pissy. And that's in the living room.
Though not on the bathroom floor, crime scene investigators do locate a pair of stained children's underwear in Tamika's apartment bathtub.
He wasn't himself that morning. After he whooped him, Robert, he wasn't himself. He was coughing. He wasn't himself. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to drink nothing. I made his favorite food. He didn't even want to eat the pizza. That's still, nigga, I'll go to my house. I even wrapped it up in aluminum foil, put it in a plastic bag. We was gonna eat it when we got home. He didn't even want to eat. He didn't want to drink no water. He didn't want nothing. He didn't want anything. So be okay. He probably just not on it. He not feeling good. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I'm not thinking, you know, he about to die or none of that. I'm not thinking none of that. He said that his chest was hurting from his dad whooping him. And when I confronted Robert about it, I was gonna be next.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. L liar, bro. Like that, bro. You were not gonna be next, gang. Like, these tears is fake. All this shit is fake, bitch. Like, you still have a bonnet on, bitch. That's how fucking dirty you are, bitch. Fuck.
I'm so sorry. I should have never let him whoop him. I didn't know.
Oh my god, I can't stand it.
I didn't know how severe it was.
The detective moves closer to Tamika, offering her comfort as she urges her to own up to an earlier lie.
So you never went to this flashback?
No, that was the story he told me to tell. Because he didn't.
Who told you to tell?
Robert.
She's telling everything. She's telling everything. Whole time it was probably her.
Why would Robert tell you to say you took him to the park?
Because we just got them back. We didn't want to lose them again.
Okay, but who is he afraid of finding out?
But child services.
From what?
Okay, Robert wasn't even supposed to be around them.
Okay.
At all. They didn't want Robert around the kids at all because he was beating on me. They didn't want him around them, but I was still allowing him because that's their dad.
Yeah.
Robert has yet to hear any of Tamika's allegations against him. When asked, he openly admits that despite promising to stay away from Tamika, he spent the night with her on the eve of Curtis's murder. But by his account, Curtis was fine and unharmed when he left for work early the following morning, where he remained all day until receiving the tragic news of his son's death over the phone.
Oh, nah. So he didn't even do it. Bitch tried to feed her son after boyfriend already fed the knuckle sandwich. Nah, what the fuck, Jetto? What? Knuckle sandwiches, what?
Still, investigators act on Tamika's claims, not realizing the story they've been told is about to take a much darker turn.
That shit is bullshit. The story she told is straight bullshit.
You're gonna be under arrest right now.
I love my son.
I understand.
Well, I done nothing.
This is nothing personal. But because it's a
I love
3-year-old,
my man.
with
That was
me,
my little man. I love my man.
you're going to be held overnight. We got to verify your story because she made a whole bunch of allegations.
Damn, bro.
He should have stayed in foster care if he was going to be like this. I would have left him there. He would have been better off there with them.
Robert's sister, who has been suspicious of Tamika's story from the start, enters the room to comfort her brother, and the detectives explain why he's been placed in handcuffs.
She finally admitted that she's not going to Splash Park. Okay. But she's saying that she had to say that because Robert told her to stick to the story or you'll never see it again.
Just hold on, Pop. Just hold on, Pop.
Like, bro, it's about to trip. It's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro is about to trip. Bro, he's getting this shit pinned on him, and he didn't even do it. He didn't even do it. He was at work. My man's was working.
She's saying that she had to say that because Robert told her to stick to the story or you'll never see it again.
Just hold on, Pop. Just hold on, Pop. Just hold on, Poppy. That's why you have your job. That's why you have your job to back you up.
Yeah, so that's what we have to look into. And this is the key point. Okay, Curtis was
cooked.
Heavily abused. He had bruises from head to toe.
The signs or what may have you, like, we had our suspicions.
Tell me something.
Yeah, them, not being able to use the bathroom, potty train correctly.
You always cry when I leave.
So it was like, we kind of figured, but we didn't know.
Robert did mention that she wanted him to discipline, but he said he didn't. He would.
And he never. We never like believe. We believe in disciplining our children, but not to that magnitude he always wanted to be.
I say with my daughter, she can tell you how much she loves me, how much I love her.
And my children, he'll raise my children
with him, how much I love him when he with me.
Robert claims that he wasn't even told why his son was placed in foster care in the first place. But according to police records, Curtis was removed from their care as an infant due to neither parent being able to provide stable housing, as well as Tamika's ongoing mental health issues, which, quote, interfere with her ability to provide adequate care for the children. Further records reveal that Tamika has lost custody of all of her children except 1-year-old John.
Then she mentioned
fuck, bro. Well, this shit about to blow my eyes, bro. Oh my god, this shit about to blow my eyes. But I'm gonna finish this video real quick, and then after I gotta pick up my cousin, bro. Like, bro, she's at practice, bro. She always fucking calls me last minute as fuck, bro. Like, last minute, gang, as soon as she's out to practice. Like, she don't let me know an hour before, 2 hours before, 30 minutes before. Like, she literally lets me know right, like, as soon as she's out. Like, I need to, like, come on, bro. Then if I'm doing shit, I'm cooked. Like, shit is annoying, bro. JrTheOota, I'm going back on live, bro. This shit is just like, bro, like, there's nothing I could do, bro. Like, fuck.
Adequate care for the children. Further records reveal that Tamika has lost custody of all of her children except 1-year-old John.
Then she mentioned about she had another baby that passed away, but he was buried in Georgia. She never mentioned the baby's name or anything like that, and all she said was, I got a child here and a child in Georgia that's already buried, and I don't know if I want to bury my child or cremate. We never even knew about the other
girls and another boy.
Curtis's foster mother, Michelle, raised and took care of him since he was just 1 week old. According to court documents, Tamika attended weekly visits, bonded with the baby, and even fed and changed him. However, as time progressed, she began threatening and cursing at caseworkers, refusing to take her medications, failing drug screens, and visiting less often.
My fault, y'all. My fault. I should just blew mine, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
For documents, Tamika attended weekly visits, bonded with the baby, and even
Put her in
fed
that,
and
bro.
changed.
She lived like 30-minute, 40-minute walk. You feel me? And it's like I don't want to be like I always, but she. The thing is, she always lets me know last minute as fuck, and I always tell her no. You feel me? She still end up getting a ride, but it's like, bro.
However, as time progressed, she began threatening and cursing at caseworkers, refusing to take her medications, failing drug screens, and visiting less
she's
often.
wildin'.
But according to Tamika, she had serious concerns about their level of
She's
care.
wildin'.
I had an issue with the foster people whooping him.
Bro, everybody is being him but her. Like, damn.
I have paperwork where I used to complain when my son used
Everyone
to
is
come
being him
black
but her.
eyes, bleeding in his ears. He had whips. He had scratch marks. He had all around his neck. He had scratch marks. All around his neck. He had scratch marks. I used to complain about that, and they said there was nothing that I could do because he was not in my care.
This is far from the truth. While concerns were raised about Curtis's safety and well-being, those complaints came from his foster family. One report, for example, said Tamika was allowed overnight visits, but Curtis would return wearing the same clothes, which were soaked in urine. No complaints were made about the foster family regarding scratches, black eyes, welts, or bleeding while Curtis was in their care.
I should have protected you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Reports also describe Tamika's lengthy arrest history, including for domestic violence, grand theft auto, resisting arrest, contempt of court, assault, and aggravated menacing.
Jetto, after this video, I'm gonna start it back up though, twin. After this video.
And despite a documented history of not completing drug screens or
I ain't gonna lie, it's literally like 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away. So I'll be back on quick.
In January of 2023, Judge Allison Floyd ordered 3-year-old Curtis to be returned to his mother's full custody and terminated protective supervision.
I'm finishing
In her
this
order,
video
she
though.
ruled that the child's return to the home of Tamika Eggleton, quote, will not be contrary to the child's best interest.
The doctor said he had extremely amount bruising, a lot in the neck area, in the midsection, and a lot of what she considered blunt force trauma. She also said the damage that was the fatal damage was a laceration to his heart, and that is caused by something striking him, something hard.
Whoa.
And according to the medical examiner, that he pretty much passed away immediately.
Given this fact, it's difficult to imagine Tamika would not have known the toddler was deceased before she placed him in the stroller. A part of her story that Robert's sister finds highly...
What the fuck? This bitch beat on him until he passed and then put him in the stroller.
suspicious.
She was like, well, I put him in the stroller and we walked to the plaza, and she said that when she was at the plaza, that's when she turned around and noticed that Curtis was unresponsive. She said she just bust out screaming, and then it was a crowd of people, and she said that a man came and got him out the stroller and did CPR.
That is true.
And by the time the paramedics, police came, he was already gone.
According to the autopsy,
he
the
was gone way
was
before
deceased
then.
before he was ever put in the stroller.
Wow.
Abrasions and lacerations covered his head, neck, and torso. A bruising pattern consistent with being hit by a belt. He was struck with such
Merch, they finna do her the worst way in jail. Merch.
force that it lacerated the back of his
worst
heart,
way.
causing his chest cavity to fill with blood.
I didn't know. I promise you, I didn't know.
He lost that blood so quick, he would not have lived for minutes.
I didn't know, sir.
What happened?
I'm telling you, that's what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Oh, hell
That is exactly what happened.
So you're telling me Robert beat him and left, and you put him in a stroller.
I didn't put him.
He hopped in a stroller.
Curtis put it.
And you walked around randomly.
I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm walking. And then I'm thinking that they both fell asleep. That he wasn't breathing. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know.
Surveillance footage shows Tamika casually walking down the street toward the Family Dollar. Her 1-year-old child in the back appears upright and alert, but 3-year-old Curtis is slumped over the front, completely unmoving in his seat. Given more time to think, Tamika recalls that Robert is the one who ultimately put him in the stroller.
Wow.
He carried him, put him in his shoulder, put his seatbelt on him. We started walking into a path that we said, and we went our separate ways.
So when you guys, was Robert planning on going to Family Dollar with you?
I believe so. I can't really say. I believe he was, and he
like this. You see how it's like a switch, chat. It's like a switch from being sad to being regular as fuck. Regular as fuck. The switch up is crazy.
Received a phone call.
Put her dead son in the stroller.
He went his separate way.
That's crazy as fuck.
But this remains to be seen, given Robert's claims he was at work all morning. Surveillance footage captures the moment she arrived at the Family Dollar around 3:08 p.m., but the video does little to support her claims that this is the moment she discovered the 3-year-old unresponsive. When she arrives, Tamika pushes the stroller to the side and simply stands around until a man hands her a flyer. She tucks it into the stroller and, without acknowledging her children, continues to simply linger nearby. Finally, she peeks into the store, but doesn't appear to ask anyone for help before closing the door. Then, without ever once touching Curtis, checking for a pulse, or attempting to wake him, she heads inside and asks for a phone to dial 911. Only now does the gathering crowd realize the toddler is pale and unresponsive.
She didn't even try to wake him up. This shit is all on video. 4K! Fake emotions for sure. This shit is 4K, gang. 5K.
Bystanders quickly pull him from the seat and lay him on the curb to perform CPR, while Tamika begins jumping up and down as if in a sudden state of panic. The store manager describes the whole incident as feeling staged.
Like, she didn't seem like a grieving mother. She didn't, we had asked her, like, so what do you want to do as an idea as far as services and stuff like that? She was walking around normally.
Oh, man.
Like nothing really happened.
Regardless, given Tamika's damning allegations against Robert, the detective says his hands are tied, and he has no choice but to hold him in jail overnight while they investigate. Given a moment alone, Robert calls his daughter to explain that he won't be able to pick her up tonight.
Daddy?
I'm gonna leave you stay with your uncle because I told you she said she's gonna tell her a whole bunch of stuff, and then I'll verify my story.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be out by tomorrow, okay? I know I'm gonna be out by tomorrow, but I love you. I'll love you more.
No, I'll love you more.
No, I'll love you more. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
He then talks to his daughter's mother, who speaks out in protest once she learns that Robert will be going to jail.
You can't put somebody in jail without, they can't do that. Like, what the f*** are they?
Downtown Justice Center.
Oh my God, because I'm trying to get work, but at this point, I'm ready to come up there because that doesn't sound like something that should be happening, Bobby. And you trying to grieve your son, and they trying to put you in a jail cell to collaborate this, to collaborate that. And I understand, but it just don't seem like proper protocol when you got somebody to say that I was at this place at that time. That's your story. You been with saying for the baby, ain't nothing ever happened to my child.
Still, they're told there's nothing anyone can do but wait for the evidence to come to light.
I love you.
You're gonna take care of this. You're gonna get through this.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. Bro had to sit in a cell. Bro had to sit in a cell whole time his baby is like... That's crazy. That's crazy. Whole time his baby passed away and bro gotta sit in a cell for some fuck shit.
Okay. Okay.
Investigators would later confirm that Robert got on a bus to work as early as 8:19 a.m., nearly 7 hours before Tamika would begin her walk to Family Dollar. Time cards and surveillance would prove he remained at work until he received the call about his son. Additionally, after speaking with a neighbor, investigators learned that Tamika would often talk about Robert, complaining that he would not discipline the children, or so much as raise his voice.
You hear this shit? How you telling the neighbors he don't discipline his children, but then you tell the detectives he killed his son? Bitch, that don't even make sense.
Tamika's own foster mother would go on to describe her as someone who could lie very convincingly, but the evidence speaks volumes. Robert was released after spending one night in jail with no formal charges against him. In a devastating discovery, Curtis's autopsy revealed evidence that he had been beaten repeatedly in the months leading up to his death.
Wow.
A reality that cut deepest for his foster mother, Michelle. After he was returned to Tamika, Michelle still tried to visit and look after him, refusing to stop caring for the child she loved and had planned.
Michelle and Tamika, we should be able to stop. Tamika's only if you can't get my food stamp.
To adopt. 5 days following the murder of 3-year-old Curtis Witcher, 30-year-old Tamika Eggleton was arrested and later indicted on 1 count of aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of endangering children. In September of 2023, Tamika gave...
She still has the bonnet on, bro. Bro, I never seen a bitch wear a bonnet throughout her whole everything, gang. Yo, she still got the bonnet.
Birth to her new baby. According to court documents, the infant and her 1-year-old son had been placed in a foster care home together. On June 11th, 2024,
and she had a baby in her
as
stomach.
Part of a plea deal, and 2 of the 5 counts were dropped. During sentencing, Tamika told the judge, "I should have never gotten him back. I wasn't fit to be a mother." Curtis's foster mother, Michelle, also delivered a statement. She faced Tamika directly and told her, "You are no mother. You're a monster." The judge sentenced Tamika Eggleton to a total of 31 to 35 years to life in prison, with 409 days credited for time served. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us
Bitch had on a bonnet and she has no hair. Bitch literally had no hair. But you too, man. If you like this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch. We go live every single day. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. I'm out of here. Deuces.